85% of workers are unhappy at their job. What is the reason? We gotta talk about this. Okay, so I came across this article, right, that says that 85% of workers, full-time workers around the globe, around the world, are unhappy at their job. They don't want to be there, basically. And that's a lot of people because it's 1 billion people that are full-time workers. So I asked myself, man, that's a lot of people. We got to talk about this. Before I move forward, I want to say thank you so much for all the likes, for all the hearts, for all the views and all the positive comments that you guys made on my last video. I really appreciate it. I don't know what to say. I'm out of words. I didn't know that you guys were gonna react like that with that video. But again, thank you so much. That motivates me to keep going and to make more videos like this. So here I am. Second, I want to say that I read a book about that is very related to this subject that I'm about to talk about people not being happy at their jobs. Because I mean, if you think about it, if you think about 85% of 1 billion people, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. So they say, the article went on to say that there were different reasons why people weren't, happy. One of them, the main one, number one, was the boss. They didn't like the boss. They couldn't get along with him. He wasn't nice enough. Reason number two was coworkers. They couldn't get along with coworkers. And reason number three was what they did, the nature of the job that they did. I don't know, maybe it was repetitive or it was too far, from home. I don't know, but it was the nature of the work that they did is that they didn't like, So I read this book, like I said, and this book is related to this subject. Let me tell you the name of the book, okay? You probably heard it before. It's called The Alchemist, and it's written by Paulo Coelho. This book is deep. You gotta read it. I highly recommend you to read this book. And as I was reading it, basically what it is, it's a novel about a shepherd boy, a Spanish shepherd boy from Spain. His name is Santiago, and he leaves his homeland in search of a treasure that is hidden by the Egyptian pyramids. So as he travels along the desert, he comes across a gypsy woman, a man that says that he's a king, and an alchemist. So when he meets the alchemist, that's when things get really deep. But no one really knows what the treasure is, or no one really knows if he even is going to be able to overcome the obstacles that he encounters on his way to find the treasure. So what started as a journey to find a treasure turns into an adventure to find the treasure within himself. So it's so deep. The book is almost like mystical, it's like a spiritual book. I highly recommend you to read it because it has so much knowledge. It's so much wisdom in it that I was amazed. And I wrote some quotes that I would like for you to hear. It's full of good quotes. It's full of it. I couldn't pick, just 3 or 4. At first I picked like 10, but then I'm like, oh man, that's going to take too long to read. So I just picked like 3 or 4. But like I say, this book is amazing. Let's start. So the first one is, and when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. That is so true. When you really want something in your heart, when you really have a goal in mind, when you really have a dream that you want to achieve, it's like things start to happen on your favor. Like you start meeting the right people, you start networking with the right people. So it says, like the quote says, the universe conspires to help you achieve your goal. So it is really, really deep. The other quote I want to read you is, it's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. So, it's that possibility that you can become famous, that you can become rich, that you can have all you want, or that maybe you have a different type of dream that you want to help as many people as possible. It's that possibility that makes your life interesting, and it gives it a little flavor. I know it does to mine. I have this big dream that I want to help as many people as possible around the globe. And it's that possibility, the thought that I can influence, I can, change people's lives for the better. Just thinking about that possibility makes my life interesting, makes my life with flavor, so it's so cool. The other quote I want to share with you is this one. When we love, we always strive to become better than we are. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. So what I get from this quote is that when you love somebody, when it can be your parents, it can be your kids, it can be your significant other, but when you have love for another person, you strive to become better. And when you become better, things around you become better. For example, in my case, right? I want to strive to be a better person for my kids, right? I want to get better. I want to learn from books, from self-help books, so I can share them with you, and you can become better too. But why I'm doing it is because I have love for my kids. I love my kids, and I love my parents too. So I'm doing it for my parents because I love them. So that's pushing me for me to become a better person. And as I become a better person, things around me change. Like for example, if you want to get a better job, right? You want to go to school. Once you get that degree, you became a better person. So things around you are going to change. Like you're going to get a better car, you're going to get a bigger house, and you're going to get better clothes. I don't know, whatever you like, jewelry, whatever you want. So when you do it out of love, when you do it because you love somebody, then you strive. It's easy for you to strive to become better. And when you become better, things around you become better. So it is so cool. I love that quote. And the other quote I want to share with you is this one. It says, "There's only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure." So the only thing that is going to make your dream impossible to become a reality is you being afraid to go out there and get it. For example, me, right? Let's say I was afraid to be on camera, right? Although at one point I was. Anyways, let's say I was afraid to be on camera. So that my fear was going to stop me from making my dream come true. But now I'm not afraid, especially after the support that you guys are giving me. So now I'm not afraid. So now my dream is going to be a reality. So again, the only thing that's going to stop your dream from becoming a reality is your fear of failure. Don't be scared of failure. Failure is actually kind of good because you can learn from it, And the next quote is really, really good as well. This is how it goes. "The secret of life, though, is to fall 7 times and to get up 8 times." So this is what I was just talking about. The secret of life is, who cares if you fall 7 times? The most important thing is for you to get up 8 times, So again, don't be scared of failure. I fell so many times. You'll see. I'll tell you all about it in another video. But I have so many failures, but I don't care. I failed 7 times, but the most important part was in my life to get up 8 times. You understand what I'm saying? That's the most important thing. So don't be scared of failure. Failure, it's okay. The biggest athletes, the biggest stars, Hollywood stars, they all fail many times. The biggest scientists, the biggest, writers, they failed so many times. But then they got up one last time and became successful. The other quote I want to talk to you about is it says this: remember that wherever your heart is, there you will find your treasure. So whatever your heart is telling you to do, that dream that you have, that's your treasure. And it is really important for you to follow your heart, because once you follow your heart, you will find your own treasure. You understand what I'm saying? Once you listen to the calling of your heart, you will find the biggest treasure in the world that awaits you. So I think this is it. I think there's one more that I want to talk to you about. Okay, so there's one more. There's actually two more, okay? It says, tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself, and that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams, because every second of the search is a second's encounter with God and with eternity. That one is deep, okay? It says basically that, you know, the fear of suffering is worse than the fear itself, you know. So what's stopping you from, you know, your dreams to become true is fear. And that's the worst thing, the fear, not the suffering itself. Because then it goes on to say that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams, because every second of the search is a second's encounter with God and with eternity. So if you have a dream, I just want to tell you this. I want to leave you with this, you know, with this thought. If you have a dream, go get it, because it's your heart that is telling you to find that dream, to go after that dream. Don't tell anybody to tell you that you cannot achieve a dream. You were born gifted, and all of us have a dream. Most of us, unfortunately, do not achieve our dreams. That's why 85% of the people are unhappy. So whatever you do, whatever you do in life, find your dream. Find your dream. I'm sorry I'm getting sentimental, but I get emotional sometimes. So let me take a breather. Whatever you do, find the dream. Let's say you want to open up a new business. Let's say you want to write a book. Let's say you want to go to school. You want to go back to school and finish school. Do it. That's your heart telling you to do it. Let's say you already have a degree. Let's say you want to get a doctor's degree. Go do it. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, go get your dreams. Don't let nobody stop you, because that is your heart talking to you. Thank you so much for watching my video. And I apologize for getting a little emotional, but sometimes I get like that. So I should have brought a Kleenex, but no, I'm just kidding. Again, thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much for all the likes, for all the shares, for all the views. Man, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I love you. I want you to know that I'm so happy that I'm doing this. And please be safe, be blessed, and don't forget to always be your best. I'll see you next time. Bye.